You may have noticed in the highlights that just rolled Dak Prescott, that moment where it looked like on 4th and short he got into the end zone, and it ultimately was ruled on the field that he did not. And that's one of those situations where you're never going to have clear and obvious visual evidence to overturn whatever the ruling would have been on the field. Those guys on the side who come running in confidently like they know exactly what they saw, they don't know what the hell they saw. They're just acting like it. And I can see as they're chugging in, you can see them running from behind.
Yeah.
Act like I know what I'm doing. Act like I know what I'm doing. Pretty much the rules to live by. Act like you know what you're doing. But that would be a prime opportunity for something that certain people who supposedly have influence in NFL circles like a Bill Belichick and others have lobbied for aggressively, the digital component of the football, the microchip, the ability to know whether or not the ball crosses the plane. Now, with a play like that, you can't really tell when the knee's down either. That's the complication. But when you get in that scrum of bodies, what better way to detect whether or not the ball got across the line? And all it has to do is kiss the front end of the line to be a touchdown than to have some sort of digital component. But the NFL loves the low tech. They love the 2 chains with the 10 yards of metal links between them and pulling that orange stick, the drum roll, please. Why not be accurate? And there's got to be a way that they can embrace digital technology and avoid messes like last night where no one knew what the hell happened. And I agree with John Perry of ESPN, the former referee.
Right.
It looked like a touchdown.
Right.
But there's no way in hell you're going to be able to overturn the ruling on the field. That's where I disagreed with him. And you're not just going to say, well, you know what, it looks like a touchdown, so we're going to overturn the ruling on the field.
No, you're not.
They've been told over and over and over again, clear and obvious, and to their credit, they're applying it properly.
Yeah.
There was no clear and obvious evidence.
No, you're right. There wasn't. I don't know. Like the other thing that just pops up, like, first off, you're right, Mike. I mean, how the hell can, like, we not have that technology in this sport yet? It makes so much money. I mean, it makes more money than all the other sports combined in our country for the most part, and we don't have that. I mean, it can't be that complicated. We see tennis has it. I don't know. I mean, there's just you're right. It's got to be done. The other thing that just jumps out to me too, can they not move the sky cam like directly over the goal line too, to just give an exact angle look there too? I just wonder, or is there something that comes into play there in case it was a drop back pass where the sky cam would be in the way? I don't know the answers. I should ask somebody at NBC who's does football games, but I wish we had a better angle there too.
We saw a football get hit by a penalty flag on Sunday, so I guess you do want to make sure you've got some buffer between flying footballs. Remember, there was a night in Kansas City a few years ago when Derek Carr of the Raiders threw a ball that either did or didn't hit one of those wires. There was some controversy about that.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick has also lobbied aggressively for fixed cameras everywhere. And how expensive are cameras nowadays? I haven't been shopping for them recently, but
there's
my general
GoPro
impression
cameras
is
everywhere.
you can get them very cheaply. And when you consider the fountain of cash that the NFL is generating, now more than ever, a certain percentage of their gambling money should be earmarked for enhancing the accuracy of all officiating with a full embrace of digital technology, whatever it costs, because it can't cost all that much. Out of the $270 million in extra cash they reportedly will make this year from gambling affiliations, and the $1 billion per year that they have said, the NFL has said they expect to earn by the end of the decade. Carve off some of that money, not just for improving the skills of your officials, maybe make them all full-time. Those are different discussions. All I'm saying is get the hardware.
Right.
Get the cameras. Yeah. Get the stuff that you can use to make sure that you're getting it right.
Yeah.
How many games have substandard replay angles because it's game number 6 on the CBS docket that day?
Right.
The Vikings-Bengals game, week 1, there wasn't a clear shot of Dalvin Cook's butt on the ground before he fumbled, even though it felt like that's what happened. And, he was in between a bunch of bodies, and maybe there would have been a perfect angle. But when you're one of the lower-level games of the day, you're not getting all the cameras. The NFL needs to have all the cameras, and they need to be in fixed stationary positions. And just like in the pylon, the Ezekiel Elliott play last night
Yeah.
when he lunges for the goal line.
Right.
Pylon camera, perfect view,
Right away,
leg
perfect.
down before
You
the
know.
ball gets
Yeah.
there. That's good, but I think they can come up with more so we avoid any of these issues where we don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, man. Totally, 100%. And, you know, like you said, the biggest thing is just the integrity of the game. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, of course, yeah, people always have their conspiracy theories about football. I can't go to a barbecue or anything like that where people don't think, oh, some of these games got to be fixed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Stop. So
we've got some thoughts on officiating that we'll get to later that dovetails with that point perfectly, because when you don't have transparency and a clear understanding of why things are done the way they are, it invites the tinfoil hat crowd. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.